Chancellor Rachel Reeves faced further humiliation on GB News as political commentator Claire Pearsall remained unimpressed with the politician's actions and response after the oversight of her rental licence. This comes after Reeves apologised in a letter sent to Prime Minister Keir Starmer on Wednesday, October 29, following the revelation that she and her husband, Nicholas Joycey, had failed to obtain a licence required to rent out their London home before moving last year. Although their letting agency, Harvey Wheeler, apologised for their oversight after offering to apply for the licence on Ms Reeves' behalf and failing to do so, Claire joined GB News and criticised the Chancellor for sending out a confusing message to landlords. The commentator fumed, "When you have Rachel Reeves stating that she knew absolutely nothing about it." So she wrote to Sir Keir Starmer and said don't worry, nothing to see here, and then had to backtrack on that when there were some emails between her husband and a letting agent. It is always a cover-up. Claire continued, "This is when you get this most ridiculous situation of somebody in government who is there to put the rules for the rest of us to live by, not following those rules. Everybody is going to turn around and say, well, why are you above this? I don't care that she's the Chancellor, she's got a busy job, well, so has everybody else. Everybody else's lives are busy. But when you're about something like this, something that she did know about because her husband was dealing with it, did she not speak to her husband? I think that remains to be seen as to what their relationship is doing," the guest speculated. GB News presenter Stephen Dixon added, "Even if she personally didn't know, and the letter is correct and it was just emails and covered by your husband, and he's dealt with it, nevertheless, they're jointly liable." To which Claire agreed, "They are, and that's the point. When you look at the local authority website, the government website, the landlord has to take ultimate responsibility, of which she it." In response to the scandal, Gareth Martin, owner of Harvey Wheeler, stated, "We alert all our clients to the need for a licence. In an effort to be helpful, our previous property manager offered to apply for a licence on these clients' behalf, as shown in the correspondence. That property manager suddenly resigned on the Friday before the tenancy began on the following Monday. Unfortunately, the lack of application was not picked up by us as we do not normally apply for licenses on behalf of our clients. The onus is on them to apply. We have apologized to the owners for this oversight. At the time the tenancy began, all the relevant certificates were in place, and if the license had been applied for, we have no doubt it would have been granted." He continued, "Our clients would have been under the impression that a license had been applied for. Although it is not our responsibility to apply, we did offer to help with this. We deeply regret the issue caused to our clients as they would have been under the impression that a license had been applied for.